we are going to talk about talking with tech lead, what the tech lead think when he will come from developer to tech lead, how he will think about that. So I'll go to the next slide. So we have the agenda here. Novices, practitioner, people, the tech of tech lead, bridging the business with tech, you. So I'm going to cover the novices. So novices is the first time tech lead, the person who was the developer to transit into the tech lead role. In the beginner mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert mind, there are few. So it is saying like when the person is already in the tech lead role, his thinking is always the same. But if the new person becomes the tech lead, he think a lot. He try to do some new things. He'll get some new ideas and the initiatives. So now it says, so it's like different developer discover when they move into the role of tech lead. So what's the developer think when they will become as a tech lead? So first point is a wider outlook. So when the person is the developer, he think about what he do, what's the project or the sprint work we can say. But when he'll become as a tech lead, he has to deal with the so many people, so he has to think about full project, how the other projects are working, how our project is communicating with the other product. So he has to deal with the bigger picture at the place of small details. So tech lead spend much of their time thinking about the broader context. And then the second point is the sensing great responsibility. So organization trust the tech lead to lead their team to success and bring with accountability to rest of organization. The product manager may ask the tech lead to work with the rest of the team to find the solution to a problem, but it is the tech lead who will be called upon to explain why it is the best solution, what the consequences of choice might be. With great power come great responsibility. Uncle Ben. So it is saying when the person becomes the tech lead, he has more responsibilities. If there is any requirement, the BA or the person who's sharing the requirement will talk with the tech lead, and tech lead had to talk with the team and come up with some solution to solve that problem or implement that requirement and explain that to the business. The third point is the guiding the technical vision. The tech lead attempt to bring team member closer together so they see things in the same light. The tech lead appreciate how everyone approach problem differently. They invest time in helping the team understand the technical vision so the entire team is pulling together in the same direction. It is saying when tech lead has to see to whole team what the people are doing, there should be and the member is working together fine. There should be no uh, issues between the team members, and he has to tell to invest time to helping team member to grow and improve the technical knowledge. uh, Less time for the, writing code. The tech lead spent less time writing code because of the effort required to zoom out from the fine detail to bigger picture and to think about the impact that today's decision has on the future. So when the person becomes the tech lead, he'll has spend less time in the writing code, but he will think about the whole picture, what need to become in the future, how it is going to impact in the future, and improve the things. Tech lead also spend time looking not just the core smell, but also observing team interaction and environmental constraints that hinder the team. So he also has to look into the how is the team working, what's the team environment, and there should not be any issue. And he has to see what is going to affect the team. And the last one is the judging more context switching. When the person become the tech lead, he'll switch between the multiple context, uh, multiple requirement, multiple meetings. So he will be moving in different meetings. So next point is the allowing people to fail. So tech lead need to allow the people to fail. So he will learn from that mistake and he will improve himself. Next point is the people aspect are hard. As a tech lead, you must be aware of your own mood and emotion. The team will watch, observe, and judge every word you utter and every action you make, whether or not you like it or want it. So when the tech lead is talking something, he has to think what he's talking, because everybody is listening him and observing him what he is saying. Okay. So next slide, we are going to talk about the what responsibilities the tech lead has. So he should have the vision that align with the business vision, helping communicating technical problem, issues, and solution with the stakeholder, lead the team in good software design and architect, ensuring everyone move toward the same vision, understanding each developer goals, interest, and strength, coordinate across the team. So mainly it is saying what all responsibility tech lead will get after he'll become the tech lead. So he he'll have multiple responsibilities to to see the vision, what's the business think, and accordingly he should have his own vision. He should also help the team to and also communicate with the stakeholder what we have the technical problem issues and what else solution we have for the requirements. It should improve the team in the software design and architecture, ensure everyone move the same vision. So, okay, the next point is that does the role of tech lead hold any surprises? So, the biggest difference between the tech lead and the developer role is the change in the focus. You should see in the broad picture. Uh, the other one is I spend more time in guiding and helping the team. Need to switch context frequently. He has to attend multiple meetings, and he has to switch the context frequently. There should be multiple meeting in a day about different requirements. So motivating developers to press forward but checking they are not stressed too. As a lead, he is responsible for getting things done, and you really have to change the way you look at the things. So he has to change the way he talk as a developer, and he become as a tech lead. He has to look the things as a broader way and understand the things and explain the things to the team and improve the team in that case. So what's the pros and cons for the becoming the tech lead? So the first is get more opportunity to empower people, being involved in shaping bigger picture across all aspects, including product, business, and technology. Enjoy helping the guiding people. Number of new area and challenges in software development that he can find very exciting. The cons you can say having less time for development, spend more time in meeting, sometimes find it difficult to watch a team member struggle and fail at a task but can't intervene because they need to learn from their mistakes. So what all the preparation or advice for the tech lead? So he has to introduce a feature lead. So and the feature lead like give the some person to do some his work, so the person in the team can improve, and in the future it will be helpful. Tech lead have to learn to keep emotion out of the equation and maintain objectivity. Leading a team, understanding our organization system infrastructure, time management, software architecture skill, and agile methodology have been a psychology with a focus on body language reading and non-verbal communication and a solid poker face. Where do you go for support? Discussion in tech forum, office group, and tech meetups. Also can get help from the colleagues, friends, and family. He has to read the books, articles, sometime daily. Also share with team. Uh, what's the perspective change? Feel more accountable, more aware. Ensure that we wrote quality code as a team. Contribute to the wider strength and purpose. Spend time looking for improvement in code.
Hi everybody. Rashmi, I'm going to cover this practitioners and people. So it's like a tech lead who is having a prior experience in this field. So what I have got is it's like a set of people doesn't make a team. It only exists as a group. A team is a set of people working towards a common goal. And an effective leader aligns people towards that goal. So it's like a summarization and like remaining technically grounded, passive, listening to the team and appreciating individual strength. So let me start with remaining technically grounded. So yeah, as a tech lead, you should be strong in technology. This first point as I start only like should be technically strong to build respect and rapport with the people. And the very next point also contradicts the first one. Like you should be technically grounded, but it's not necessary that you have the technical skills that's on the top of what other people have in a team. So yeah, it's the point. And then tech leads are more a coach than a coder. So once you are onto a role of tech lead, so you are not a coder anymore. You have to coach people. And pair programming helps. Yeah, it helps in the sense like when you are into that role, you tend to have very less time with you, so you can spend time more on coding. You have other things like attending a meeting, discussing with your stakeholders, and few other meetings you'll be involving in. So in that case, pair programming helps. And the last point says finding some quiet time. So yeah, as the previous point, I noted it like you don't get much time, so you do pair programming, and also you shouldn't like be spending any time at all without coding. Like you should be having some time, so you should be like finding some time, at least like 1 hour or 2 hour a day, or maybe some hours you should be taking into account in a week or so. So like yeah, you should be having some good time and quiet time too, so that you can like concentrate only on coding. And the next what heading says like finding and developing good people. So it's you can say it's an important role you have as a tech lead. So a task may be perceived trivial by one person and could be extremely interesting because it is a new type of problem for them to solve. So as the point suggests, like if you get a task, like it's not like easy for everybody. Maybe somebody's new to the team, so it looks a bit challenging for him. So and the other guy who is having a prior experience working on this, and he has been working on the same task repeatedly, so it might be trivial for him. So as a tech lead, you need to find it out, like if the guy is enjoying the other guy who is having experience in it, and if the new guy who's on who is getting this task and who is finding it as challenging and doing it properly. So yeah, this should be taken into account. You should be having one-to-one meetings with people, and that way you know your team better. So you maybe in a month you schedule a meeting where you can like spend some time with everybody in the team individually and ask them like what are the challenges they're facing, or what you can also better suggest, like you are doing this wrong, you have to do this right, or, or you can discuss many other stuff. So you should be having such meetings more often in a month basis is in a minimal. The next point, as it says, like delegating responsibilities, and in the bracket that's mentioned like don't do it all, neither delegate it all. So people should be like getting a chance to work on new things, work on the things that you do at times. So like you have to find out like what all can be delegated to the members in the team, so that they also feel like yeah their existence is also marked. So yeah, you shouldn't be doing it all, neither you should be delegating it all. So yeah, the next point that is as it says like listening to the team. Tech leads spend less time in code, so they rely more heavily on information from the team. You draw upon good questioning skills to draw out the information you need to make better decisions. So say like you have some task coming in the sprint, and you then like you kind of as a lead don't get a chance to like spend every day like looking at all the work that's going in the team, like all the works the team is doing in the sprint or in other ceremonies. So like you should have at least a bit of knowledge like what these other guys are doing. So as you don't have time, so you better rely on questioning, like you could talk to that person directly like what he's doing, and yeah, like that way you tend to gain more idea on the work than relying on all the details like as you miss the meetings. Yeah, dealing with a computer is easy, but you have to deal with a living being. So like yeah, you're now dealing with people, so you should be better having people management skills. Yeah, that point says this, helping and protecting the team. So as a lead in the team, so it's the team members who have a thinking like yeah the team member is the team lead is taking care of them, he's kind of protecting him or her from other stuff, so he can like yes he can like feel better that way, like he can like yes he can like do good work by that. The next is like appreciating individual strengths. So in it, like a tech lead appreciates the different strengths that each person brings to the team. Example, some devs are better visualizing, which some others are better explaining through code. So you as a lead, you have to appreciate every individual with what they have got, like what the capabilities. So maybe somebody failed to explain the things in a better way, but when he's given uh, with a like whiteboard or with a straight on pen, so he can better explain it that way. So you should be taking into account this point, because yeah it really it helps. People can be biggest challenge to coordinate and inspire, but a most powerful force to throw at any problem. So yeah, like people tend to hold a better significance than what you think. So whatever you think, you should be like thinking this way, like yeah, people are going to do this. So yeah, this is the point about. Uh, Parthiban might take over now.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Parthiban. Yeah, previously we are talking about this practitioner and people. Now we are going to discuss about the tech of tech leads. So first, before going to tech of tech leads, we have four categories for tech of tech leads. First one is the role of tech lead and technical lead, team direction, and managing the technical risks, and final one is taking a longer term vision. Yeah, first we are go through this role of technical lead. The role of technical lead is segregated into two things. One is finding time to code, and second one is spend time with team members. So as a technical lead, he has to spend the essential that you find some time to spend in a code base. So being involving in the code base, it is giving a better understanding about the product, and we can easily get to know this right situations. It helps to keep your knowledge up to date as a technical lead. And the second one is spending time with team members. An effective tech lead will not be focused only on the coding area. He should not only focusing on the coding area, and he's not spending much time on meetings. He has to spend some uh, he has to spend some time with the team. Being involved in the team, it is giving better statistics to work on their day by day. So that is the second point is main tech lead can do to make each person on their team better, and then it makes the overall team better. Yeah, and next thing is a technical lead team direction. A technical lead assumes main responsibility for the technical architecture visions and steering technical work in the direct over time. So as a technical lead, he has to focus more responsibility for the technical architecture visions, because if you are being involving as a product, if you know well about the product and technical responsibilities, so if whenever we are getting some issues as a team members, we can easily figure it out, and we can go through the longer term vision, and we can easily fix those issues. And the second thing is the technical lead promotes design principles and architectural guidance for a developer to make decisions with the overall technical solutions. So what this will happen if the as a senior members, they are struggling for to fixing some of the bugs. So because they have the product knowledge, but they don't know that where the impacts and all will be there. So in those situations, the technical lead should help them to give a wider experience about the architecture designs, and so that will give a better understanding about the product, and we can easily fix those issues in the overall technical solutions. Yeah, and going forward, the next thing is managing the technical risks. The responsibility for tech leads to managing the work with the developer to identify the pre-address and find a way to mitigate the technical risks. So as a technical lead, we have some low priorities issues, some high priorities, some medium priorities issues. So which is going to cover as part of the sprint release. So taking example of sprint release. So we have to focus on the major issues, and we can split those issues into a separate as a senior. If which issue we can give to the senior members, it is good. It we can easily fix very easily as a fastest. So those things, stuffs and all, we have to take care of. The technical lead has to think about those ways. So these things will give a to improve our product in a better way. And it won't be delegated for any timeline. Also, we can easily fix those things in the deadline, before the deadline also. And the second one is the technical team finds the different approaches to express the technical risk to non-technical peoples. So for example, take this as an example, like we have this sales department, we have a support departments in our this company. So for example, if some of the those technical team leads should have to fix those issues, saying some of the client they're asking some others issues. So this say support teams, they are coming and asking to us. So in those situations, as a technical lead should give a better understanding to the technical risk to the non-technical peoples. So what this will happen if the next times the same situations some issues will come for the non-technical people, they can able to understand, and they can able to wrap out those, and it is easily helpful for them to fix those kind of issues. So those things will come under this managing technical risk as a technical team lead. And finally, as a talking longer term visions. So this is I segregate into two things. One is a developer perspective, and one more thing as a team lead perspective. So what the developer perspective will do, as a developer, he can able to work on his based on his experience, his knowledge, and what he thinks that is right for them. So So and almost this developer make the choice with a narrow perspective. In those situations, the technical team perspective will always be a wider perspective. He has to think about, he or she has to think about the guidance for the developer that will improve, that will improve more productivity for this development. So this is a small example story. I just take it to this one. This is in a team. We are joining a new joiners like Novices. He's joining as a new team. He is not understanding this product. In those situations, we should not give directly work to those particular novices, because we need to give time to understanding the product, and first we need to give understanding of how the product is working, how this architecture designs is appearing, and those things. If we are giving training, proper training, and we can pull those guy into the work. If we are not doing these things, what will happen? If any issues will come, he can able to understand only those certain areas for code, and he can able to only fix those issues, because he's not understanding any further where the impact will be happen. So in those situations, what the technical lead has to do, he has to give a proper session, proper training in a bigger way, like architecture designs. So in those situations, if he is understanding, he can easily he can figure out those issues, and he can able to understand where the impact and all is happening. So those things will come to taken care of the tech of, sorry, they're taken care by the tech leads. So this is one of the best things for taking the team lead as taking a longer term visions. Yeah, that's it from me.
Hi everyone, I'm Noora. So I'll be covering up bridging the business with tech. So once a tech lead becomes like he has spent an enough amount of time in a tech lead role, so he would be in a situation where he would have built a better trust relationship between the stakeholders and the development team, and also once with this trust there comes all the other benefits that will be followed up. The next would be he could make efficient boundary between the tech debts and the desirable BAUs or business deliverables. He can pursue the stakeholder holders during a sprint time, so that they could allow him to take enough technical tech debts to be worked within a sprint time. So this all comes with e- experience and time when a tech lead is settled in his role. Then also with this comes like he could understand with more time spent with business and all the other meetings which he would be going through during his role, he would be in a better position to understand what is actually required from the business, like where we can have a really a pitfall in the work, or what he could easily understand the business what they want, and he can also explain the same things to the developer, like a developer who are working in his team. So there could be a chances where business expectation is completely different, but what a developer would be understanding would be completely different. So in that case, he can easily step in and provide help to both the people and make them understand what is expected. Uh, Also, once a tech lead has built a good rapport within the company or within his team or project, he would be involved in budgeting and planning. So he could also give a time frame for particular functionality or module to be implemented. So these all is a, like a common, this is all comes with a flow in his role, like how he's performing and how he's bridging the gap with the tech and the business. And also, the more time he spent with the business and all those meetings, he would be in a position to understand what is important at a current period of time. It could be like developers would have come up with a new technology or something, and they are really excited to implement this, but that is not what business demand at this moment. So same could, like he could tell which is important at a time at this point of time. Okay, the next part that is you. So, what all skills are required from us when we become a tech lead? So, it is first is adaptive and agile. It is the tech lead needs to enhance his skill based on different situation. It there could be like his team could have a good developer who could visualize things. So for him to give a task would be easier, but there could also be people who would lack in visualizing but could implement. So he has to adapt all this skill for his work to flow easily. The next is obviate yourself. So it's very tempting, to take in the work or code ourselves, but this is not what efficient tech lead is. He has to delegate work to other team members. Also, he has to focus like how he can grow his team. So it's not like always one person should work on all the TBIs or the major chunk of it. He should also work. He should also understand and see like where the team is lacking. He should give everyone a better chance to grow within a team. Everyone should have a good growth within a project. Next is team should also be he should also make aware his own team like what is going on in other teams. So it should not like be like uh, one team should only be focusing on their work that is going on. It should be across project. Everyone should have a basic understanding what is going on around all the project. Next is use your inner strength. So, according to this, make team empowered to make his decision. So it also comes with all experience within a team. So once he'll give a better, he will let his team grow with the project work. So they would be in a better position to make choices. It won't be always like that. That a tech lead has to tell which approach is best. With growth, the team member will also achieve this uh, ability or skill to find which is better for the product. Uh, the next thing that comes with use your inner strength is introduce different programming methodologies to handle situation. So these days we have a number of skill sets or methodologies coming up. So he should also introduce different these methodologies like pair programming, code reviews, and other periodic tech reviews, so that team is excited with the work they are doing. So which will overall help team, also the tech lead, to grow in his and their role. Yeah, so that this is all about talking with tech lead, and have a nice day. Thank you all.